Hey everyone, this is Miss Robbie again. Welcome back to my channel. And today I am going to start off by just doing a get ready with me. I figured I'd just turn the camera on and go ahead and get it recorded. Thank you so much if you watched my new last video, which was my first video. Thank you so much for joining and coming back. I'm just gonna do a quick get ready with me today. I've got to go out for a little bit, so I just wanna film that and see where that takes me. All righty, so if you're interested, come on and let's get started. Okay, so I've already done my brows, so right now I'm just gonna go ahead and get my eyeshadow started. I don't know, it's still fall. I'm still interested in the fall look, so that's not going away anytime soon. So I'm gonna keep up with that. So we're just gonna get my eyelid primed for the shadow so that I don't get any creasing. And I will be looking this way so I can see the mirror for my shadow. This one's already creased, so gotta buff that out. Just laying down some powder. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and also flip my hair back a little bit. Got some flyaways going. I don't want that back too far. Okay, well, let's see what look are we gonna do today. So the palette I'm going to be using today is the Mcgrah Labs, this palette right here. I did kind of touch on that yesterday, and it is the fall colors, and I want to go ahead and show you those. This is the palette that I'll be using. I'm just covering up that mirror and not sure which colors yet, but we're gonna go ahead and lay down a transition shade and get that started. See which color I want for my transition. Okay, I think I'm just gonna grab the lightest brown color in here, and I'm just gonna lay that in my crease. And again, I always put down a transition shade. It just helps the eyeshadow blend and be really cohesive, where you're just not plopping eyeshadow onto a blank lid. But blend, blend, blend. Remember, always blending it out. And the same with the other eye. Keep blending. Okay, the blending is done. Got that taken care of. Now I'm going to do my outer V, which is right here, and get that set in there. Just gonna be taking a deeper shade from the palette. Oh, that's really pigment. Okay, this is pretty dark. Didn't quite want to go out with a smoky eye today. I'm gonna try and lighten that up a little bit. And then I'm gonna just keep it going into the crease, not adding any more to the brush. I'm just gonna try and blend that out a little bit more. It is a little bit pigmented, more than I thought it would be. Let's just keep blending here. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to make that same mistake on the other eye. So just so that they match in pigments. So I'm going to put that, start dabbing that there. And go up into the crease, just matching with the other eye. And that kind of looks about even. Okay, and then now I am going to choose my shadow shade that I want to use. Getting another beautiful fall color is the goal. And again, these are chromes and foils, so they go on better with your finger versus a brush. And I'll show you that right here, that shade right there. See how that looks? But when you do it with an eyeshadow brush, it doesn't come out quite as deep. And let's show you how that looks when you do it with a brush stroke. This is the brush stroke. You see how those shades are different in pigment? So you want the most payoff, you go with your finger. If you want to slim it down a little bit, then you use a brush. But I don't play slimming down. I go with the full shebang because I don't know nothing about taking it easy when it comes to shadow. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay that down on my lid using my finger. Okay, and now I'm gonna do the other eye. Okay, got those two done. Now, going to wipe off my finger so I don't get this all over my face. All right, and then the next thing is I want to choose inner crease color or shade that I'm going to use for my inner crease. And we're going to brighten that up and not keep it so dark. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the lightest shade that's in the palette just for this area right here. That really looks nice. And for these, I just use the little sponge tipped shadow brushes. I just get them from Amazon. You get a whole bag of them for a really good price. Make sure that they are even. Okay, that is it for the shadow for now. And now I'm gonna get started with my face base and get that all set, and then I'll be ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on some SPF and a little bit of glow because it's still really summertime here and it's still kind of warm. So may as well just take advantage of that glow and try and continue to get the use out of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this all over, and this will be my like sunscreen. This on here too. Go down. See how it gives you that glow? And then you can put your foundation or your skin tint, which I'm going to be using a skin tint today, not a foundation. I want to be light as possible. Just absorb some of that. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with my concealer, under eye I already did under eye correcting because I have a really deep, bad, dark circles under my eye and can't help that. You gotta just deal with what you got and use something to cover it, which there's a lot of things that we use to take out that pigment of the dark. And one is concealers, and I have different ones that I use for different reasons and for different things. So that was Tower 21, and then I'm just gonna lighten it up a little bit with a different shade. And then I'm just gonna go under and buff that out. Didn't use any shadow shields today. I wasn't planning on using a whole lot of shadows, but I still ended up using 3, so that's about my normal. Okay, I got that all done. Move that hair out the way. Okay, the concealer is on and done. And I'm gonna do a little bronzer. And my bronzer, I usually just use my bronzer for the contour and the blush area. And this is the color and the shade that I'm using for my bronzer today. This is by NYX. And I'm gonna go ahead and start that right here. Up. Around my forehead a little bit. hairline. And then I do want to take a little bit and do some contouring around my nudes. So go up in here, all the way to the lash line, and then just bring that down. And just blend that out. Down a little bit. And then I'm going to put some highlighter here on my nose and up here, here, and here. And these are just highlighting where the light hits on my face. And then I'll give that a few minutes to dry down a little bit. Try and help it out. And then I'm just going to buff that out. That color, that shade is supposed to be lighter, but it really wasn't that light. It was almost skin tone as a highlighter. It didn't do what it was supposed to. Nope. This one is not bright either. Let me go back to my CoverGirl. I think I'll just use the CoverGirl. That one was a little bit brighter. Yeah. I'll go back up with that. Okay. Can always correct something. You don't have to just let it go. So we're gonna blend this back out. Let it sit for a minute. Get this hair. Okay, that kind of did what it was supposed to do. Let that dry down a little bit and get my contour blended in my nose so it's not so Okay, now we are going to get my skin tint going for the foundation today. And then today I'm going to be using Maybelline Fit Me Skin Tint. It's not a foundation, but it's halfway a foundation. It's not as deep, and you're not getting that much coverage as you would with a regular foundation. I'm going to go ahead and put some concealer on some of these spots that I have. Dark spots, buff that out. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put the skin tint, start on this side. Well, this skin tint looks kind of red for me. I think I'm going to have to lighten this up. This is too red. Kind of glad that happened. That way you can see how to correct things. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and dab some of this off. And then I'm going to put a lighter shade on top of that, because this is not coming out right. So that's how you kind of try and correct a color that came out too dark for you, or too light, or too red. You use a dark, or you use a light if you need to lighten it up or darken it up. And that skin tint was too red, so I'm gonna have to take that one back and get my right color. Go back in and try and fix this contour again. Okay, that should do it. It's a little bit better. Not great, but better. For sure. It needs some work. Definitely needs some work, because that color, that shade was not right for me at all. This is just my bronzer again. Just reapplying what's left on the brush, not adding any more product. And then I want to go back under, fix my under eye, creasing. And for blush today, I'm going to be using my Juvias Place. And this one has these shades in it. It's still sticking with the fall theme. All things fall. That will be me for the next few months. Let me just go ahead and get this brush for this blush. And I just usually mix the two of these together to get a nice color. I hope you can see that. You can choose to use both or just one. I usually just blend the two. When you get the duals like this, you can just blend the two together, kind of create a unique shade for your own skin tone. That kind of looks good. Make sure every side is even here. Okay, that's good for blush. Now I need to get some powder going. Ooh. I'm going to be using my Sephora loose powder to set my under eye. And I usually just dab some, take it off, dab it on my hand so that I don't get so much out at once. Put this in the crease here. And after that, then I just kind of cut the sides right here from where the blush and the contour was, just to get it give it some definition. Do both sides. And you come down, just kind of creates that line so that you can see where your contour ends and starts. just defines it a little bit. And then I'll dust that away. And a few. Then I'm going to use my Sephora MicroSmooth, and this is for my all over, just blending everything out. And then we can dust that away. All right, and now I'm gonna do my brow hairs and the front, and this is from, I think this is L'Oreal as well. Let me put my glasses on because I now can't see since I gotta read. Yep, this is L'Oreal Faux Brow. And this is what it looks like. It's got this tip like that. You can make those little hairs. I'm gonna go ahead and do that right in the front of my brow to create those fake hairs. And it kind of defines your brow. When you don't have much brow, you gotta do what you can. And then I'm gonna do this side. Kind of went over the line a little bit over here. I'm gonna have to fix that. Where is my brush for that? Okay, I'm just gonna have to use a different one. I went up a little bit too far, just brushing that. And there you go, brows. Alrighty. Now, after this, I'm just going to do shadow on my under eye, and then I'm going to spray my face, and then I'll be done with this. Get ready with me. As soon as I get my brush for that, where is that brush? Okay, here it is. So I'm gonna just put some shadow underneath. I can't use that one. Can I? Okay. Just gonna go under my lash line, bottom lash. Okay. And then that's gonna be the final look. And then I'm gonna spray my face. I'm not gonna put lashes on today. Normally I put lashes on, but I don't really want to put lashes on today. It's gonna be really hot out, like hundreds degrees hot out. So I don't think I want any lashes on. I'm gonna go ahead and put some more highlighter in my corner eye of my eye. Now that I've done my concealer, I can go all the way down to complete that. Okay, and that is going to be the final look. I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face and put my setting spray on. And then the lipstick I'm gonna use today. Just gonna go and line my lips with this Charlotte Tilbury pencil. I don't know what happened to that. Did it break? Yeah, it did, but I'm okay. Line my lips. And I'm just gonna put on this orange shade. This is Smashbox. I've had this for a while. It's a good summer color. And I just blend that. And this is my final look. I hope you all enjoyed the makeup tutorial that I just did. This is just to get ready with me. Go ahead and take my clips out, fluff my hair a little bit, and voila, we're done. Thank you again so much for watching this video and joining me today for this Get Ready With Me. And I hope you all come back. Please come back and watch me again. Again, this is Miss Robbie and signing off. Bye.